up, folks? How are you doing? Welcome back, Football Digest. My name is Nyaassh. As always, here we talk anything and everything about football. We basically eat, sleep football, and then repeat all over again. Today we're gonna be doing a preview of Gameweek, I think 14 of the English Premier League, and I'm gonna be doing it with a guy I've done 2 shoots previously with. Now it's weird. I've done a shoot twice with Malloy, but none of them has materialized for one reason or the other. So this has to be it. It has to materialize. So I'm going to be giving I've already said who he is, but he's going to be telling us more about him, maybe what he does, which team he supports, and stuff like that. VP boss, for the third time tukijaribu kupiga shot maze.
Third time lucky.
It has to be this one. Ni lazima iwe yako maze. So tell us like what you do, who you are, what you do, which club you support, maybe for how long.
What I do.
Yeah. Your name, who you are.
My name is Malloy Bryan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so tutapapo handle yangu.
Yeah, Twitter.
Malloy Bryan, football enthusiast, comic fan, and overall hustler.
Comic fan. MCU ama DC?
DC any day, anytime. But recently I can say,
catch up.
Recently I can say you've made big strides.
Yeah.
But you're yet.
Tuseme bado ni work in progress.
But Marvel, good job.
Lakini Aquaman mlijaribu man. I'll give you that. Aquaman ilikuwa.
But we have a lot of issues, in-house issues we need to work.
I'm sure we'll sort them out. So we're going to be doing a preview of game week 14 of the Premier League. Zile game kumbi zinachezwa, so we give our insights and we do predictions. Then we'll have to reassess that on Monday. So you got to have a sit down, or I'll go live on Facebook. I'll tell you though.
The preview and the review.
Yeah. So do you want to know who was closer to 10? Because it's out of 10. So you're going to be doing a preview of that, share our own insights, and then we can see what's going to happen. Don't forget, you can always like and subscribe. You can always subscribe to our channel. It's called Football Digest KE on YouTube. Is where we're doing a lot of stuff.
They can also join the FPL.
They can also join our FPL. We have an FPL league. We have a WhatsApp group. I think these are details that I'll have to share in the description box, so you can go check them out. All right. So Sato kuna game sita. This time round inaanza Sato. First game, Newcastle versus Man City. Newcastle wenye walienda wakapigwa 2-0 Aston Villa on Monday. City wenye wamekuwa na Aguero saa ameumia, will be out for how many weeks? What do you think is going to happen here?
As usual, City, a rain of goals. Whether it's raining...
At St. James's Park?
Nah, you know how they do.
Yeah.
They actually need to catch up, you know. They lost against Liverpool.
Yeah.
It's playing in Pep's mind.
I'm sure it is. Alafu pia...
Yeah, so basically, Newcastle is a mediocre team, but
there's nothing much to talk about. No disrespect.
They're being mired by Steve Bruce, one of the worst managers in recent history. I don't know what the owners are smoking
over at St. James's Park.
Let me say, undercoached, a lot of talent. I say some average players in there. They should be a mid-table team at least.
But they should try.
The mediocrity.
We will not allow them to prosper. Like ile game
I wonder how is Steve Bruce a football manager in the Premier League? He should be in third tier football in the Premier League.
They are worse clubs.
I don't think
they are worse clubs than Newcastle.
He has always relegated his side, right?
Yeah, he has been relegated a couple of times.
So it's an easy win for Pep. Let me say 5, at least.
5?
5.
5?
4, 5.
Okay, let's give it a correct score.
If we are, we are.
Yeah, inaonea Man City sana by the way.
Correct score.
Correct score. Let's just go with the score line. We know City will win, that's for sure, but
I have issues with City defensively.
Mm-hmm. Especially, speaking of City's defense, before we even go to the predictions, Pep prefers to keep Otamendi on the bench and anacheza Fernandinho ka center back.
Football times, football is changing. A man like Pep knows exactly when to change things. Okay?
But Otamendi
that's why he has remained relevant ever since 2010 when he was
2009.
A decade now, still relevant, still at the competitive at top level football.
Yeah.
Why? because he can adapt. When things are changing, he changes. Otamendi is very slow on the ball. He's very emotional. He plays with a lot of emotions all the time. He's a good player, but his mentality in the game.
It's not 100% compared to. So someone would rather
That's
play.
why Stones has a lot of mistakes, but his mentality, the way he positions himself.
So someone would rather play Fernandinho, who's not a natural centre back, as the centre back. Aweke Otamendi, who's a full-time centre back, bench.
As an elite football, my friend, as usual, elite football. Because when a player understands the dynamics of the game of positional play, a manager can even use him in multiple areas.
Positions, yeah.
Have you seen Kante lately? He's a very attacking. He's scoring goals and assists. Why?
Yes.
Dynamic players. They are not limited. They want to try new things. Fernandinho can play comfortably better than Otamendi. Otamendi is slow, his passing
is not the best.
And he's younger, mind you, than Fernandinho. Fernandinho is almost 35, I think, right now.
What? Okay, I don't know how old he is, but I'm sure he's older than Otamendi.
Interesting.
So prediction now.
4-1, because maybe Aguero is not there, but let me just say 4-5, 4-1.
But those guys who play with Aguero for FPL, Wakai Rada, he'll be out for a couple of...
I never have Pep players in my FPL.
No shit, like you got to have one of them, man.
Only De Bruyne, because De Bruyne is De Bruyne. He's very consistent, always fit.
Yeah.
De Bruyne or Sterling.
Maybe this is the time we start thinking of Gabriel Jesus for FPL.
When Pep, when maybe
hakuna mtu mwingine atacheza ni Jesus throughout.
For this period, maybe, but I'd say, Pep can play Sterling as a forward.
Yeah, he can do that, but
Bernardo Silva is coming back in the next game. Mahrez just scored. Jesus is not yet there in terms of form. Maybe as a sub.
But he's a striker now.
Yeah. But it's a high risk.
But you see, as an APL...
As a manager, I want someone who's a starter and who can get me points. Sterling or KDP for me. Either
in
or
the
both.
Okay.
Depending on how you manage your team.
I will say, in terms of my prediction, I would give... I think City, just because your defense, maybe they might leak a goal, yeah. But watawanyorosha ama boy vibaya sana.
Yeah, because I told you they need to catch up. They need to catch up.
At least we'll catch up on goal difference, especially.
Yeah. And each time they beat a team, remember they're telling the next team,
we are coming for you. We're coming for you. Now, ujue sisi tunacheza nao somewhere December hapo mid.
Did you see how many goals they missed against Chelsea?
Oh, actually, City are better goal difference-wise than Liverpool. So, hapo hawana shida. So I would say 3-1 City. I have a feeling inaweza kuwa 4-1.
The thing is, I'm just fearing Sterling is going to score a lot.
I think he's gonna.
I'm just hoping De Bruyne has a few assists and a goal in there.
Maybe he'll. You can almost bet him. Then at 6 o'clock we have 4 games. One of the games is Burnley versus Crystal Palace. Burnley wamekuwa fiti, wamewin the last 2 games wamewin 3-0 away from home at home. Crystal Palace wamekuwa shaky sana the last 3 game weeks. Wamepigwa, taken an L against Liverpool, taken an L against Chelsea. Then they drew with us. So ideally, Crystal Palace are on a downward spiral. Burnley is on an upward spiral because Burnley say wako 7th, Crystal Palace wako 13th. What do you think is going to happen here? Because I think this is one of the trickiest games to call.
You know what? I'm going to go opposite. Against the run of form.
And say...
Zaha.
It's what? It's going to give Crystal Palace the win against Burnley at Turf Moor.
The problem with Burnley, there's too much football being played up top. Mm-hmm. Too much volleyball. No football. At least Palace, you can argue, they play something on the ground.
Yes.
They have good dribblers on the counter. Burnley just depending on moving the ball every time.
Mm-hmm. But they
might be threats on set pieces and counter, but I'd say 2-1 Palace. 2-1.
This is gonna be tricky, man.
But yeah, I know they're good, but remember Palace, they just played who? Liverpool in there.
Na waliwapatia shida.
Yes, they've been losing, but they've been losing honorably.
Yeah. They honestly give their all in every game
That's
that they
what I'm
play.
saying. As much as in the run of form, you have to look at realistically.
Yeah.
Burnley, they've been up and down, and I think there's another L coming.
I would say a draw. I think both teams will score, but I
can't see a draw, but I think just because of quality in there in Palace, if they can really, and Ayew is coming these days, is really.
He's coming. Yeah, he's coming through.
He's hitting the back of it. His form is.
Hajafunga in a couple of
and the
games,
link can play with Zaha.
Is impeccable.
But if they can stop wasting, I'm just banking if they can stop wasting and squandering chances.
Ka ile game ya Liverpool na Crystal Palace ulicheki?
Ile
chance ya mwisho ya Zaha.
A little bit of clinicality.
And that would have been a 2-2. I think this would be a 2-2 draw. Okay.
Yeah, you can argue that way too, but I think Palace, Zaha, he has a point to prove this season, and I think
he got his first goal. Okay. So the third game is not the third game. Another game, the second game being played at 6 o'clock. Chelsea versus West Ham and London Derby.
You know what? Tammy
Abraham
injured.
He's out here.
Interesting for FPL too.
For FPL people, they have to know that FPL Tammy Abraham is out. Nikonaya by the way.
West Ham are really poor.
They have been terrible.
They are slow on the flanks. They're just possessing too much.
But they have quality players individually.
No, Chelsea are playing high intensity football.
Yes.
High energy
kind of football.
Kante is back. Easy win. Chelsea maybe 3.
I think if Chelsea wins this one and they do so in a big way, Pellegrini anaenda home. He'll most likely get fired, right?
3-0 fair result.
They have been terrible.
3-0 win.
I would say Chelsea will win this one. I would say 3-1.
Pulisic.
3-1. Pulisic is gonna score?
Pulisic. It's a rout for Chelsea.
I hope Mason Mount atafunga kitu hapa because he hasn't scored in like a long time. Another game being played at 6 o'clock is Liverpool versus Brighton and Hove Albion.
I pity my goalkeeper.
Ryan.
But if you look at the stats, he's the number 1 goalkeeper in FPL right now.
No shit. Most points.
Most points.
For real?
Yeah.
Wow. You come through, eh? Against now the likes of Mane, Salah.
Mane is my captain.
Any chance?
So my captain against my goalkeeper.
A goalkeeper. It's gonna be hard this one for you.
Yeah, Brighton are hard to beat, and Lewis Dunk is back.
Lewis Dunk is a very good defender.
Yeah, 1 game suspension, so.
I think Alisha Maliza in the previous game. Liverpool have been playing a grueling game yesterday against Napoli.
They've been grinding results.
And grinding out results. Not convincingly, but wanapata points. Hiyo ndio kitu ya maana na ligi.
3-1 Liverpool.
3-1 Liverpool. I would say the same. I would say 3-1 Liverpool. I totally agree with you. I think Mane will score.
I see Firmino.
Amekaa kabla afunge pia, so I think it's high time aanze kubang bang. The last game or another game, one of the 4 being played at 6 o'clock is Tottenham versus Bournemouth. Mourinho atakula kitu. I don't fancy anything less. Do you?
Against what?
Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Easy 3 points for him, right? He's playing at home. I don't fancy anything less than 3 points for Mourinho. I think Tottenham will win this one 3-1. I would say a 3-1 win for Tottenham.
I can't go against.
You can't go against that.
Okay. Yeah, Mourinho will win that.
I hope Son scores. I feel every time I say this, I feel weird.
Can I say 4-2?
4-2. Bournemouth wafunge mbili. Oh, they'll have tried.
There's a problem with Spurs too. Their keeper. They've still been conceding as much as they're scoring.
Yeah, they are. Okay, half of what they're scoring.
They're scoring, but they're conceding.
Yes.
So maybe 4-2.
4-2.
3-1.
I would say 3-1.
Let me play safe.
I hope Son scores. I was saying, I feel every time I say Son will score, I feel weird because it feels weird hoping and predicting that Tottenham player is going to score as an Arsenal fan.
It will be close. Never underestimate Eddie Howe. Against a manager like Mourinho.
I don't fancy his chances at all. I don't.
You know what? Let me say 3-2.
3-2. Well, higher. Then we have the last game on Saturday, 8:30, Sutton versus Watford, two of the bottommost teams in the Premier League. What is going to happen here? First thing I can predict is both teams will score.
Relegato.
Yeah. What do you think is going to happen here? You are saying you think Watford might sneak in something?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, you know, Southampton have been poor. Like, seriously.
You know these teams, but they have the same number of goals. Their goal difference is the same, minus 18. The only difference between Sutton and Watford is a single point. Yenye Sutton wako nayo over Watford.
Yeah,
Watford has 8 points.
This is exactly why I was telling you Arsenal is shit. If we can concede 20 plus shots from Southampton, who missed sitters?
We are terrible. You can also say Sutton gave Manchester City a run for their money at Etihad Stadium.
They played like men.
I think on that basis, I think Sutton wanacheza na more intensity. They are scoring goals. I think on that basis, I think they will beat Watford.
Tradin is back.
He's back.
I
think he's been back in like forever. I think alicheza last game week. I can't remember. But I think for me...
In a Premier League weekend, there has to be a draw somewhere.
Yangu ilishaingia Burnley na Crystal Palace.
So I'm gonna go a draw on this. 2-2.
2-2 draw.
A 1-1, 2-2. Both teams are so shit at scoring.
Yeah, especially Watford. They don't score shit.
What about Southampton?
They do score shit.
I'm gonna go 1-1 on this.
Sutton Watford, I will say 2-1. 2-1 in favor of Southampton. All right, that's the last game being played on Saturday. Then on Sunday we have 4 games. One is 2 at 5 o'clock, 2 at 10:30. One of the 5 o'clock games is Norwich versus Arsenal.
Big game.
Can you imagine you saying that, a big game between Norwich and Arsenal?
Because a big game for who, you know?
Unai Emery.
Farewell.
I hope it is.
I wish I can say, you know, right now it's Thursday.
Yeah, it's Thursday.
Thursday, 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
In the evening.
I hope by Thursday.
He has not been sacked
yet.
I'm just hoping tonight is farewell. Thank you, bye bye.
No, Sunday should be. No, Monday. After tumeshinda Sunday, ndio apigwe kalamu Monday.
He does not deserve to be a manager in the next Premier League game. Trust me.
He should have been fired like 3 game weeks ago.
That's the problem. You're giving him time. I don't want to give him
I'm not giving any time. I've done giving him time.
I don't know why he's still managing.
Those are questions we can ask Raul. If only we had his number.
The problem is, those people up there, I don't know.
Unajua ni nini wanaona yetuoni? Because I would love to know.
They just want to look like, nah, we are not doing it because the fans are saying. The problem is, even if you are saying it or not, there's a problem. It needs fixing. Let's fix the problem and then we can argue anything, any other thing later. Okay? We can talk about it over the January period, January window, manager come in, get some of the players he wants maybe.
Yeah.
Okay? But right now, at this point in time, he needs to go.
He should be fired. I had heard some rumor that they are giving him until the West Ham game.
That's what I'm telling you. There's problems in the Arsenal board. If I was an Arsenal fan right now in the UK, preparing to go to the game, I'd stay indoors.
Then go there.
Why? Why should I go? Because the more I go, if I'm there, I have to support the team. That's why I go to the ground. But if I'm supporting the team, which is not even playing for the money, why? Waste of time, energy, resources. Stay indoors, stay warm.
All right, so you're playing against Norwich City. Yenye imetoka kupiga Everton at Goodison Park. What do you think? Watatupeleka mbio? Squeezing ni horrible predicting an Arsenal game, man.
In some way, I'd say Norwich are playing well. It's just sometimes the results does not go their way.
Yeah.
Okay. They do have there's some game plan. You know that's why they beat Man City on a clean slate. If you saw that game.
They did.
No too much drama. They just beat them because they were better than them that day. And it's no easy job beating City. So Norwich are not an easy side.
They are not.
Pukki is a poacher. Pukki is not like Southampton.
Unajua unaweza ona Pukki kianza kufunga na sisi bwana.
Ndio nakwambia.
After the dry spell game kaa 8.
No Pukki, no party. It can be another day for Pukki to shine.
And have a party at our defense.
And some of the managers I know in FPL are risk takers. They can even do that because they know we are shit. If you are a wise manager, by the way, give Pukki a chance this weekend.
I can't argue with that.
I don't have Pukki myself, but give him a chance.
Yeah. Maybe tutoe Tammy Abraham tuweke Pukki.
But I fancy Rashford.
So what do you think is the prediction of this game? Xhaka might be coming back.
I can never go out there, on paper say Arsenal is gonna get
beat.
Yes,
but deep down, there's a chance of Arsenal getting beat.
They're still my people.
This is the problem now. So I think this one is gonna be a 2-2 draw. Fuck it, because it's so hard predicting Arsenal to win nowadays. They just cannot win, man.
I don't know.
What do you think is going to happen here so that we can move to this other game?
Are we away or home?
Oh, it's away.
Away, man. Away. Jesus.
Up and points out of 10, this is where people are going to lose points. So, what do you think?
I'm going to be a realistic person. I don't even know what he's going to... It's like he's...
You don't even know the lineup.
I don't even know if he's going to be there.
No, fuck Emery, man. As Arsenal, what do you think is...
As Arsenal?
Because those players will still
be
there.
I'm not being realistic because Arsenal we are shit.
As Arsenal, the coach might not be there, but the club will still be there. Those guys will still... The players will still be there.
I'm hoping the players can play. If the players play...
Like they should.
If they fuck the manager, let's play this game. I say we can win.
We can win.
3-1.
3-1 in favor of Arsenal?
No.
That's a big if. 2-1 in favor of Arsenal.
I close a game of chances, but I think Aubameyang...
I will change.
Aubameyang will get... No.
I will change. I think Tutakula has a 2-1. I think 2-1. We will concede, that's for sure, because we always do.
It's hard, man. It's hard for Arsenal. It's hard to support us.
No, Arsenal tutashinda hii game, man.
The problem is, tutashinda and then back. You see the point?
Hiyo ndio shida, man. Hao watu wahitaji ati Unai Emery ashinde game ya Norwich ndio waone ati hafai kuwa hiyo place to start with. Angeenda, for me, angeenda after hii game ya Crystal Palace, go. Hizi zingine zote he should have been fired like yesterday. But for this one, 2-1 Arsenal win. That's a win. You naona out of 10 hapo nikaa niko 9 already. You Arsenal is unpredictable. At 5 o'clock, you also have Wolves versus Sheffield. Itakuwa interesting. Wolverhampton versus Sheffield.
You Arsenal. I'll say 3-1 Arsenal.
3-1 Arsenal. 2-1 Arsenal.
Okay. I know.
So another game being played on Sunday at 5 o'clock is Wolves versus Sheffield United at Malloy. What do you think is going to happen here? I admire them as an Arsenal. This is a game yenye sisi tunafaa kucheza, huh?
Yeah, simple one touch football.
Get results. That's the bottom.
I don't know why we are not even eyeing for such players. We should be coaching such players.
He's a midfielder.
We can also play as a centre back. He's very quality. Let's go and watch Sheffield games. But it's a tough game, and I'll say Sheffield will go and win the game.
No shit.
1-0.
Wow. I would say a 1-1 draw. Because Wolves wanacheza leo Europa League. I'm sure they'll have to cry.
They don't have a squad.
No, the depth is not the best.
And there's a major, I think Cotrone is in there.
Yeah, I think Cotrone.
I'm not sure, but some of the players are not even playing well.
But that's the same shit that they did.
You know, it's very tough to play on a Thursday and play on a...
But you know, they played on a Thursday, then they went to Etihad and got 3 points.
It's different. You know, that's because they know it's City. That's because they know what the big boys are coming and they don't.
But they were playing at Etihad.
It doesn't matter. When you know who's standing, you prepare. But then...
Can they do the same now with Sheffield?
Sheffield are a good side. They're just chilling, waiting for them.
finish up with their European duty. I think that's why it's going to be a catch this game, because Sheffield were relaxed to ile game, crazy game against Man United, to just waiting for these guys. These guys, whose guys have been playing throughout the week. I think that will play a factor in that game. 2-1 if you go Sheffield. And away win at Molingo, that would be huge.
Don't play with Sheffield.
I know how good they are. They beat us.
Okay. And
But
they
we are
also took a point from United.
Took a point from United, from almost winning to almost losing to finally drawing. Crazy game. They also beat Burnley 3-0.
Don't play with those guys.
But I think they will draw against Wolves. I think it's a 1-1 draw.
2-1 Sheffield.
2-1 Sheffield. 1-1 draw. Then 2 games at 7:30. One, Leicester versus Everton at King Power Stadium. Anything less than a Leicester win here? I don't fancy Everton. Everton are good chini. I got win number 15.
Who's at home?
Leicester.
So hard to walk against Leicester.
Yeah, it's hard. You can't go against that team right now. I think Leicester ought to pull out the goal.
There's so much dynamic
Between the two sides.
Yeah, in terms of tactics, Leicester are more dynamic. They can cross, Everton will have a real structure. They're very good with finding that goal, and then staying in the game.
Marcus is another guy who is in the race.
I think he will get sacked after Madison.
He's going to have a very good day against those boys. Toughness.
But I think they're going to defend.
I don't see it being
That's because I think he's going to set up defense.
Everton. Joko away.
And that's his lifeline. But I know Leicester will get
3 points. Eventually. So what is score now?
3-1.
In favor of Everton. No, in favor of Leicester.
Actually, 2-0.
2-0. I would say 3-1 in favor of Leicester City. Because Everton, they have guys who can attack. They have a chance on who just, for some weird reason, they just don't do shit.
Why?
Yeah.
For that exact same reason, that's a big why they're not going to score.
For that exact reason is why I think they might at least score.
Where?
At Leicester. But they will get beat a good one. I think that's for sure.
You know how many teams have won at Leicester?
Yep.
Everton have played badly in the past.
Doesn't mean they can't score. One thing is for sure, they won't win, but it doesn't mean they can't score.
So Liverpool's on form, Chilwell is on form. You have
Pereira is good.
Another Vidic.
Weird. Like why? It's getting better with age.
In front of them. Yeah, 2-0.
3-1. 3-1 is about Leicester. Then
another Madison
crazy performance. I think Buddy ataweka kitu. Buddy lazima niweke kwa timu. Wait, I have him already.
He came what I'm mad because of his reason. They know he's on fire right now.
Yeah.
So they know they love to try.
And I think even if you try to do all that, Buddy will still score.
That's what I'm saying. In this game, they might look into midfield to get the ball or the wide area. So expect Perez or Madison
To bang something. Then the last game, well, not the last, but they said last game to talk about basically being played 7:30 on Sunday also is Man United. From a shitty team. Farmers from Manchester, particularly Kaocha.
Who still talk shit and yet so many after a month now without a win, they stay below.
But Manchester United will be playing against Aston Villa at Old Trafford.
I didn't know.
Yeah, they played against Aston Villa.
Brian Ashford. Oh my God. But I
Martinelli.
think they will score. Man, United will score by the fact that either Martial and Rashford will score.
Yeah.
But Aston Villa play really well.
They good football.
You know, they are away.
Aston Villa.
They will win that game.
No, they
You
can't.
know, they have that big guy who's
Who? Wesley Moares.
Wesley Morgan.
Moares.
I don't know.
Wesley is Brazilian. Yeah.
That guy is going to be trouble for
Maguire. That will be a good match. To be a good contest, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And they will go, it will be like those two will be battling.
Because they're both huge.
Yeah.
Very physical.
Both physical.
They are more than the other.
Don't be surprised if they are physical.
Alafu Aston Villa pia wako na Sikamba. Sijua kuna Magini. Trezeguet.
Trezeguet on the flanks and Magini in the wing. The intensity is great. Man.
Jack Grealish.
That's what I'm saying. That's the difference, I think. It's going to be feeling fresh.
I think midfield-wise, Aston Villa are better than Man U.
Maybe since I can
Midfield-wise, Man U are
maybe
actually
if
pretty good.
Manchester, I'm a Villa with the fan, I'm going to have a bad because they're very shaky also.
Yeah.
Because they play too much open football. They don't know.
They're not that compact at the back.
They leave so many gaps. How much they play good football. The thing is, Man United need points too.
Yeah.
So they'll have to go to attack. And that's why I think the difference in point is.
The players will come in.
Because if Man United are shit,
They are scores.
they
Yeah.
are disrespectful.
So, Aston Villa, Man U. You are saying Aston Villa might sneak a win at Old Trafford?
Manchester, I think but no. Villa 3-2.
I think Villa are gonna get beat.
Villa play well. If you look at how they play, and Grealish is hitting form.
Yes.
As much as Manu are good, I think the difference in this game is the beauty of the ball. And that's where I think the difference in quality.
And for me, I was thinking if you look at Man United midfield-wise and you look at Aston Villa's midfield-wise, Aston Villa's is almost a tad better than Man United's.
It's like they are light years away. So,
Fred McTominay.
try and the explosion of the car. We are fair and car. They are light years away in terms of energy, going up, quality. Have you seen what is Douglas Luiz? They also came from City.
Yes. Also, if you look at Aston Villa, if you look at Aston Villa, the way they have played against teams like Aston Villa, they have played against teams like Liverpool. Hakuna game walikuwa walked over. They were both difficult games. Liverpool really
It's
struggled.
an honorable thing, eh? You go down fight.
Yes. Yeah.
That's right. Even when you're in the board of a club, when you see like he's doing something, he just needs a few additions just to keep improving. It's a very young squad.
Yeah.
So for me, expect Villa to be going up.
I think they will give Manu a run for their money.
Norwich are the
That's
same,
all.
you know. Just like they lack so much. They didn't buy so much from their jobs.
They didn't have
The
much
team.
additions yet.
The Pookie is upgraded again. People are saying you can never make it in the Premier League. He's doing normal.
Not so much.
He's in a city team, but doing no.
What is he doing? He has not been scoring.
Let me ask you.
He's not scored in like 9 games.
You have to go down. In the first match, he said the player of the month award on merit.
Yes,
He scored goals.
He was good.
Yes, he has a price, but it doesn't mean that he's shit. He's not getting the services because there's some teams that on play Norwich maybe they're better than Norwich. Or they just have a bad job. It's been up and down for Norwich. Pookie as a player is good.
It's good.
And as we shit defensively. You see what I'm telling you, he might nick a goal or two.
I think he did. Kasi yeye Kanto.
See, Kanto is another good player because he provides energy up and down.
But tusha predicted him. So Man U to pick a prediction and Man U to win. Final score 3-2 in favor of Aston Villa. I'm trying to put aside my hatred for Man United here.
Easy win. No, it's not easy.
It's not easy. I think Man U, however, will win this one.
But it will be an open game.
I think Man U will play 2-1.
Man U need to go on the attack. Not like Villa. The point is Villa will be winning.
Unajua Man U wanacheza leo I think away. Europa. Pia wametulia tu man. After kutoka kule Newcastle man wametulia tu wana.
The only people who can say Manchester United actually the kids.
Akina Greenwood.
And he's hitting form.
Yeah, yes. I think he scored his first.
Are they playing away today?
Yes. Astana.
Yeah, Aston Villa 3-2 confidently as we wrap up.
I think I will say a 2-1 win for Man United. I think they might be better moving forward. Maybe especially striking wise. Hapo tu ndio the only difference naona kubwa.
The ball is in Aston Villa's court.
To go and give Man U a run for the money. Okay. Alright, those are the predictions for this game week. Thank you for coming along. We'll sit back and see what will happen over the weekend. I'm sure it's going to be a brilliant one. Not big games being played, but really tight and really interesting games. So they're very much worth watching. Alright, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to always subscribe to our channel, Football Digest K. Have a good weekend. God bless.